All right, and here we are. We are live again on a Wednesday night. Boy, it just seems like these Wednesday nights just fly, right? I mean, it's just like we just finished one and it's another one's here, and this year is flying by. It's June. Think about this for a moment. We are halfway done with the year, and what a year it's been. I mean, I know it's been crazy, and it's going to probably continue to be crazy for a while. All we can do is hope and pray, and just know that. Everything is going to be good, and everything's going to continue to happen, and we are going to um, we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it together as one. And this is it's been rough. It's been rough around here. I mean, Dallas is been shut down every night at 7 o'clock, but you just move on. You move on. You become a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. And we all learn to get along and love each other and do the things that we do, which I feel very confident that all of the App Wizard Studio family here is a family. And that's the important thing, is that we are a family. And we've been a family for a very long time, and we'll continue to be a family. But tonight we're going to talk about hosting. We're going to talk about hosting fees, support fees, what you need to do to look professional in today's world. It's not enough just to have an app anymore. You've got to look professional. You've got to look like you have a business. You have to have your app. You need to have e-commerce in your app. You need to have a full-blown app for your business. And how do you do that? How do you afford to do those things? And one of the greatest mistakes that people make, because we're going to talk about this a little bit as we go along, is they do not charge a monthly. The majority of people in App Wizard Studio do not charge a monthly, or because we talked about it a lot over the last 6 months, just started, and you've been in business for 5 years. And one thing I do know is if you only charge one price and you don't charge a monthly, you're probably going to go broke, and you're not going to make it, because there's only so many customers in an area, and in order to have the money to expand outside your area, you have to build your business, and you have to build it based on residual income. Now, where does that residual income come from? And the reason I want to talk about this tonight, I've had several people over the last few weeks. I don't know what show I mentioned it on, because I mention it all the time. They asked me, hey, could you talk about hosting fees and support fees? I charge a hosting and support fee, just like anybody else. And we're going to look at some companies tonight, web hosting companies, and I want you to think about what I'm going to show you. The numbers aren't large, but the numbers become extremely large when you go out and get 1,000 customers. I was just going to see here real quick. I was going to see if it says how many customers HostGator has. They usually post that kind of stuff on their sites. I should have looked before I got on the training. How many customers does HostGator have? 800,000 customers. So let's just take, I know that's a lot. Okay, they've been around for a while. But what if you just had 1,000 customers? What if you just had 1,000 customers? So we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to look at some of the plans, and we're going to look at some hosting fees. I'm going to show you a system I use for support. I use the free plan. I will tell you, everything I use, 99% of it's free. I usually don't have to buy the paid version, because the free version does every single thing that I need it to do. Calendly, free. Freshdesk, free. I pay hosting, and I have multiple websites, but but it's minimal. I have my my own server plan, but it's minimal. So let's talk about that tonight, and let's see if we can help you to create a hosting slash support plan so that you build a residual income based on what you do. And, pricing is all over the place right now. Talked to a reseller today who's out on the streets and he's pounding it hard, and he always pounds it hard. And he said he's having a hard time, getting what he was getting. And, so if you're having a tough time, there comes a time where you have to sell and maybe reduce your prices a little bit. It's easy to say, well, don't reduce your prices, just go out and pound it, and you'll find those that'll pay. But if you're in an area that was hard hit with the COVID, that's easy. That's easier said than done. If you're in an area that's not so hard hit, like me, the only place that was really hard hit was Dallas. Well, the surrounding metroplexes weren't hard hit. My business slowed down some, but it didn't slow down a lot. I did defer some payments for a lot of my Dallas customers, but that's just something you do, and you have to do things to work your way through to make sure you don't lose customers. So we're going to talk about hosting tonight. We're going to talk about what you really have, what kind of marketing program you really have, and why it is what it is. So real quick, if you've not joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. If you're not a part of our YouTube channel, we broadcast on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Join us on our YouTube channel. Just to go to App Wizard Studio, look for the little now icon, and you'll see that. You'll be able to do that. Real quick disclaimer, App Wizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you're watching training, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics and different desires, and it usually just means you need to get off your butt and go to work. So, but let's get started here. And let me see here. I'll turn this one off. And welcome to our training tonight. And training is going to be pretty cool because we're going to look at some other stuff. We're going to look at some other companies, okay, web hosting companies. Because in essence, you're a marketing company and you host mobile web apps, okay? That's what you do. You're a marketing company. You go out and you help businesses increase their business. You help businesses increase their footfall. You help businesses get a greater return on investment for their dollars. And in doing so, when you do that, they have to pay for that service, right? And the way that businesses like ours get paid a residual income is through hosting / support fees. Okay, so and the support fees go right along with the hosting. Try to support your business for free. All right, and go out and get you 200 customers, and they will eat up about 60% of your time. So that means 60% of your time you're not making any money, and you did not charge them to pick up that phone or answer those texts or any of that stuff. My phone goes off 24/7. Sometimes I'm laying in bed and I'm talking to somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, I will guarantee you I'm charging that person without question. I don't do anything unless there's a residual income attached to it. I don't set up any app unless there's a hosting / support fee. Ever. Now, let me back up on that just a quick minute. But let me tell you what's happening. It's been 8 years this month, June the 20th, that I came on and did the first training on the mobile business card. When I first started out with the mobile business card, I did it for $49.99. So I'm running a special right now on mobile business cards for $49.97 for the rest of the year. Okay, for the rest of the year. But what I'm doing is I'm running my dollar ads like I always do. I love running the dollar ads. They always generate business. It gives me money every week to live and breathe and all that stuff. And so, but if they want anything, and I mean so much as adding a phone number, I'm charging them for that. And if they want e-commerce, they're going to pay a monthly for that. And I've sold a couple of those this past couple of days. So I'm using a tool, a very powerful tool, the mobile business cards. It has 6 buttons on it. Okay. The mobile business card. I rolled it back to the 2012 pricing, what I launched it at when I first launched it. And it's going very well. And I've sold, I think as of today, I sold 9. As of right before this show, I've sold 9, and 7 of those upgraded. So there's always a method to a madness and why you do things, especially during times like this. It's called hosting and support. We are in the membership business. That's what we are in. When we go out and sell something, we're basically selling a membership package to your app program where they pay you every month, and they get a service for that. No different than DirecTV or anybody else. Hulu. I mean, Hulu's got millions and millions and millions of subscribers, and they're charging $8 a month. I mean, think of the money they're bringing in. If you go out and try to make a living on upfront money alone with no residual income, you're not going to last. Oh yeah, you'll make a lot of money for a couple of years, but then it's going to go away because you've not created any residual income to come in every single month. We are creatures of habit, and what happens is we will spend every nickel we get. You know, hey, we made $6,000 this month. Let's go out and spend $6,000. Next month you make, $5,000. You go spend $5,000. The next month you make $4,000. You go spend $4,000. But guess what? You don't have any residuals coming in. You don't have anything to help you get through. Now I just mentioned HostGator, so let's come over here. Let me do this right here. Actually, I'm going to do this right here. You can go on Google, and it says HostGator has 800,000 customers. All right. That's 800,000 customers. And this is a very popular plan right here. So, and this is at 60% off. So it's $3.95 a month. This happens to be the plan I have. Okay. And I've got about 20 domain names there. Now there's one free domain name included and one free SSL certificate, which means absolutely nothing because you get a free SSL if you're using WordPress. Okay. So if they have 800 million subscribers, and let's just say 500,000 of them are on the baby plan. Now this doesn't include domain names times $3.95. That's $1,975,000 a month. All right. Now I know you don't have 500,000 customers. I don't have 500,000 customers. If I did, I would not be speaking to you right now. I would be in the Bahamas, chilling in my mansion. So, but this is what will get you there. Okay, this is what will get you there. Hosting fees. HostGator is a very large hosting company, and you are a hosting company. Okay, now you don't have to maintain the servers, but you do have to maintain the customers. You have to pay a hosting fee every month for your apps. The money you pay is for hosting and support. Okay, that's what you pay for every month, hosting and support and training. All right, so why would you not do that with your customers? Because if your customers gets a website built and designed, they're going to pay a monthly hosting fee, and they're also going to pay. HostGator is $12.95 for a domain. That's a year, and then after the first year, it goes up to $17.95. So that's $12.95 for the domain name. Now, why would you not set up hosting and support for your clients? You need to do that. And if you haven't been doing that and you've got 1,000 customers or 500 customers or whatever you have, you've lost money every single month that you went out and picked up that customer. Now, let's see who this is. Okay, this is GoDaddy. GoDaddy has multiple programs. If you just want WordPress hosting, it's $6.99 a month. If you want business hosting, it's $19.99 a month. Okay. If you want reseller hosting, it's $39.99 a month. And if you wanted a dedicated server, it's $95 a month. And I have people tell me all the time, well, my customers may not pay that. Well, then don't sell to them. The biggest mistake we make is giving away product because we have to make the sale. I can promise you when you walk into Best Buy and that $1,500 70-inch screen TV is hanging on that wall, they're not going to let you walk out of there for nothing. And if they finance it, they're going to charge you 18% or whatever it is on a credit card. I don't own them. I don't have them. I don't know what it is today, or 29% or whatever it is. And you're going to pay that if you finance it. They're not going to give that to you for free. So why would you do that with your customers? It doesn't make sense, right? So basically all you're doing is going out trying to be the good guy on the block because they tell you they can't afford it. Well, what you need to start telling them is you can't support their business. And until you allow yourself and teach yourself to do that, you're never going to build your business and you're not going to make it. It's just the way it is. All right. Now let's see who this is right here. This is Bluehost. Bluehost is a very popular hosting program. I don't know how many people they have. Okay, theirs is $5.45 a month. Okay, normally $10.99. Their basic plan here for 50 gigs. You never want to get a plan. Let me tell you, if you ever go buy a website, you never want to get a plan that's metered. Okay, I'm telling you now, because 50 gigs goes really quick, especially if you're building a nice website. Okay, now right here, they have this one for it's recommended. It's normally $14.99. Look what they're doing. Okay. And you get over $80. So go out and do that. Set up your hosting. Okay. It's normally, $19.99. We're running a special this month for $5.95 a month. Easy, right? I mean, you control your business. You control what you do. You control who you are, and you control how much money people pay you. The only time they give you nothing is when you ask for nothing. If you tell them there's a monthly hosting fee, and I'm not telling you to go out there and say, hey, my hosting fee is $50 a month. Now, on my e-commerce programs, $49 to $99, depending on what they get. I don't do it for less, never will. I don't care if I even have them as a customer if they're not going to pay that, because I am not going to do the work without that, because it's very, very difficult and it's a lot of work when you go out and start doing it. I'm starting to pick up a lot of restaurant apps. So, and I will never do that for free. Never, ever, ever. I don't do anything for free now. So, and Freshdesk, this is the support desk I use for my business. Now I use this one. Okay. This gives me everything. I don't need to spend $15 a month or $19 a month or $99 a month. It's just me. Okay. And a few salespeople out there that are out selling, and very seldom is this used. But what it does do, it gives you that professional look that you truly have a support system that people can go to and fill out a ticket. And that's what you want to do. You have an actual support program that people can actually go in, and you go in here and you build this out and you put it together. And it's really nice. It's very professional. And you make sure that when you give them the data that they have, you give them your support desk URL. That way, if they need anything, they can contact you. And the great thing I like about Freshdesk is they've got an app, and they've also got a widget that I have on my app. Let me go over here and find it real quick. Let me jump right. Oops. Let me see here. Let me go to there. You can see there it says Freshdesk on the bottom of my iPhone. I've also got it on my Android phone. And when a ticket comes in, it's right there on the bottom of that. And I get an alert. I get a message, and I can go in and answer the ticket right there on the spot. So Freshdesk, it's free. for the, I think they call it the Sprout. Yeah, Sprout program, unlimited agents, start your trial. And they're going to ask you to move up there, but you don't have to do that. I've been using Freshdesk for a long time, and it's got email and social tracking, ticketing, ticket dispatch, knowledge base, ticket trend report, and data center location. You don't need anything more than that to run your support. Now if you have 800,000 customers, maybe you need a little more, but you don't need any more than that. The ticket comes in. Not only does it come into the desk, it also comes into my email. I can respond via email, or I can go in and respond to the support system. And if you will do that, it gives you a professional look. If you don't have a website, you need to build you a nice website. Now, let me tell you about a couple of programs that I use. One is called Elementor. Okay. I use the free version. They've got a version. It's like $47 for one site and $90 for 3 sites. I use the free one. And a matter of fact, I'm building out a brand new website as we speak. It's drag and drop. It's all modules. It builds an amazing looking site. There's a couple of things that I want to do. So I'll probably wind up buying the $49 a year program, or the $89 a year for 3 sites. But you need to build yourself a professional, responsive website if you don't have one. If you're not using the App Wizard Studio one that they provide for you, which is a very nice site. It connects to Stripe. It allows you to set up your recurring model and everything right inside the program, so people can order your apps and or build you one is what you need to do. So when you go out, you have a professional presence. You need to make sure that you have an app that people can actually purchase your products from, that you need to build out a page and or go into something like Moonclerk or Thrivecart or one of those programs, build you out a nice sales page and connect it to your app. Because when you're out there and you say, well, I don't take credit cards, well, you probably just negated about 50% of your customers. But the most important thing is you have no way to collect a recurring income in order to do what? Build your business. The front end money, the $2.99 or the $149 or the $59 or whatever you're getting for an app, that's not where the money's at. Go out and get you 1,000 customers that's paying you $9.99 a month, and that you're making 10 grand a month every single month. That's $120,000 a year. Now, let's talk about that membership model. And this is what you need to know about membership models. And some people are hard-headed, do not listen, and think that customers will stay with them for the entire rest of their life. And that's the biggest BS crap that anybody will ever see you, because there is a churn rate in every single membership model. It's proven. Membership models have been around forever. There is a churn rate, and you have to replace the churn. Churn is people that actually drop out. They quit paying. Now, mistake number 2 is you chase the churn. Dumbest thing you'll ever do. You'll go broke chasing the churn. Because when somebody drops out, the only way you bring them back is do what? Give them a discount. So you go out and you discount the churn, and guess what's going to happen? They're going to churn again, because now they've got you over a barrel. Well, wait a minute, I churned. So now if I go back, I'm going to get another 50% discount. Next thing you know, you're not making anything on those people. All right? You're not making a nickel. Don't chase the churn. Normal churn for a membership is about 30% per year. For apps, for me, is right around 16 to 17%. So I know that I have to replace every single year 16% in order to maintain the level that I'm at. And or when I get ready to do absolutely nothing the rest of my life, just let it churn out. Don't replace them. Okay? Make sure you have plenty of money set back, and let that be your gravy money over the last 5 or 6 years. And over 5 or 6 years, it's going to churn down to 0. And then you don't have to worry about it anymore. But it's going to churn. Listen to what I'm telling you. If you don't get anything else from this training, your customers are going to churn. They are going to churn. And if you chase the churn, you'll go broke because you're going to give away the farm. So don't chase the churn. Know that you bank on this. Okay. If you say, okay, I know I'm going to lose 30%. I got 1,000 customers. I got to replace 300 a year. No biggie, man. That's 1/3 of the work that I had to do to get where I'm at. So I only have to work 1/3 of the time to make sure that I maintain where I'm at. Okay. So if you do that, if you continue to do that, then your business will maintain right where you're at, and you don't have to worry about that anymore. So manage your churn. Now, how do you keep people? Customer service. That's why my churn's somewhere around 16%. I give great customer service. When they send me a ticket, I answer the ticket. When my phone rings, I talk to them. When they message me on Messenger, I talk to them. I make sure I take care of my customers. That's how you lower your churn. You're still going to have churn. I've had some months where my churn was 3%, and that's wonderful, but you're going to have churn. So take care of your customers, take care of your clients to lower your churn rate, but don't chase the churn. Don't chase it's like chasing a fish across the ocean. You may catch them a couple of times, but they got all the scars from the hooks. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Set up a professional support system using there's probably some other programs out there. I just really like Freshdesk. Been using it for a very long time. So set up a free support system. Go out and look at some of the hosting programs like I showed you here. This is HostGator, $3.95 a month. That's a 60% off. You can go $9.99 a month. I go, depending on what it is, anywhere from $19.99 up to $99, especially if it's a big e-commerce site. So with that said, sit down tonight, make sure that you have a platform. What did I call that a while ago? Can't remember now. My brain's starting to slip on me. I've been taking brain pills, hoping that my brain don't go away. But Moon Clerk. So let's go in here. Let's say Moon Clerk. I think I pulled this up before. Yep, I know I did. Moon Clerk. I turn a lot of people onto this. It's a really cool program. 5 minutes away from accepting recurring and one-time online payments. You can set up a really nice responsive form for your app. Just simply put the link in there, attach the form to your app, and it works. And you can take their cards and you do recurring payments. Now, remember this, with cards, they expire. The great thing about a program like Moon Clerk, my program I use is ThriveCart. The great thing about those is they send out an email. Actually, Stripe sends out the email that says, hey, your card's about to expire. Go in and update it. Now, most people don't. Okay. I do chase cards. I chase for money. All right. Everybody does. It's just the way it is. App Wizard Studio, we chase people for money. Why people don't take care of their stuff, I don't know. But it happens. And so you're going to chase money, but it's your money. And once you update the card, it only goes out once a year unless they have something happen. All right. So set up a program like Moon Clerk that's recurring that you can set up inside your app. And this is free to set up. And you don't get charged until you make a sale. So it's $15 a month up to $2,000. Trust me, if you're making $75,000 to $12,500 a month, you ain't worried about $75. All right. You shouldn't be worried about $110. But it's 2.9 plus 30 cents. That's the Stripe fee. 2.9 plus 30, and you're $15 a month. So on a $10 transaction, that's about what, 59 cents and $15 a month. You do a bunch of those, that pays for all of that. All right. So that's Moon Clerk right there. It's a great program. Go to moonclerk.com. And I think you'll like it. I used this before I started using ThriveCart. And the reason I use ThriveCart is because I can build splash pages and all kind of stuff. I can do affiliate programs. I've ran affiliate programs. I've done all kind of stuff with ThriveCart. So, but use Moonclerk. That's going to cost you. Freshdesk is free. You're already paying for your App Wizard Studio platform. Now go out and start charging your hosting and support. If you'll do that, you'll start making some money. Everybody have a great evening. Good night. God bless. Most importantly, stay safe. Stay safe. Please pray. Our country needs it right now. Our people need it right now. And then when I say our people, I mean our people as a whole, the American people. Okay? And it's tough. It's tough out there right now. So I will see you next Wednesday night.